What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 2 of the Old World 33 Civ game. I'm gonna stick with it. If you want to count, you might find that it's not 33, but we'll go with that. We're gonna get straight back into the action after we made some predictions. We won't look at the info addicts just yet. It's a bit soon, of course, but there we go. Egypt joining. I think there's a lot of civs at war with the Ottomans, and they seem to be doing okay at the moment, so good for them. Germany grabs the statue of Zeus as well. I've also turned up the mic a little bit. I think the last one may have been a bit quiet, so I've turned it up a tiny bit and moved it close, which means now it will probably be mega loud, but we work, we learn. No, I'm hoping it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm a quiet person, so it doesn't help. It sounds, to me, it feels like I'm shouting in my room. I am probably whispering into a microphone. That's probably what, like, if there was another person in the room would see. They just see me like whispering. But that's I'm trying. It does feel quite loud, and I just recorded episode 1, and I'm now doing 2, and my voice can feel it already. That was a feeling I haven't missed in the last 3 months. You just don't have a voice if you once you do this. Nubia founds Judaism, and Portugal has put a settler in the water. I don't expect that to go anywhere crazy. Probably here into Brittany, maybe into England if they're feeling a bit brave. We will see. England is beginning to explore around the edge of Norway, which could be an interesting sort of settlement location for them. So we'll see if they make that happen. I didn't spot this. I think this is this episode level recent, but Harappa grabbing a city on the east side of India and a third city. There we go. We get a war outside of Europe. Songhai versus Carthage, and this is going to be pretty big. Songhai looking pretty strong, but Carthage have a fairly good sized military as well, and with those mountains that could work into their favor. I think that warrior's a bit screwed though, the one between the mountain and Morocco. That is rocking a hard place there. Byzantium then finds Sikhism. I think we're lacking a religion. Oh no, Japan got one, but we are lacking a bit of religion in East Asia. And China, they lost Guangzhou, but Shanghai and Beijing have held for now, although Shanghai may still be in trouble in the long run. And Korea now adds Pyongyang in sort of the Chinese mainland, and India's managed to walk through Siam and sneak in a city as well, and Japan now with a 4th city as well. I'm keeping an eye on it. Deep sea sailing on deity difficulty, it will sneak up on us. I'd say probably next episode or the one after, you could see Japan start to cross over as Wallachia reforms their religion. I'll check religions at the end of this episode, and then most of the beliefs will be picked, and it should be all good. UTK, okay, well that was quick. Carthage, I built you up to have a good defense this time, and they still let us down. They still lost a city. Oh no, never mind. But some peace deals there for the Ottomans with Germany and Byzantium. They do not give anything up, which is probably smart. Byzantium's now grabbed the city in modern day Greece. What we do see is Ankara now under threat. I think Egypt, Arabia and Babylon are going after that, so we might see, it would be really useful for whichever of them is to take this. Russia completes the Parthenon to add to the Great Library, and Nubia gets themselves the Great Wall, which makes, and they got the Terracotta Army, so they're going to be strong defensively and offensively in the early game. Finland, yeah, they've not really snuck that settler out. Poland has snuck a third one up here at some point as well, and they have the 2 out here. So I mean, if Poland could take out Russia, they would be monstrous. But that is, that's, you know, I'm oversimplifying it a little bit there, the task at hand. As there we see the Huns actually just sneak in a 3rd city, which sort of blocks Russia from any travel out this way, which probably a good move from the Huns, because yeah, if Russia starts settling around here, that could get messy too. Did that Portuguese settler head anywhere? It looks like it's, I can't see it anymore, so maybe France killed it. That's also a possibility. Not that I see any triremes, but I don't see it around anymore. I'm sure it'll turn up. Just settles in like the Caribbean or somewhere, but no, I don't see that. Petra is completed by Harappa. They only have a few desert tiles, but actually I think there is maybe a few more hidden under those farms, but there you go. And Russia is the next civ to peace out with the Ottomans. And the Ottomans, I mean, if they can hold on for long enough, I mean, eventually this is going to turn really good. Just having 4 cities when most of the civs around you just don't have that. And they're in pretty strategic locations. I mean, this is pretty useful. You're going to be pretty strong in the Black Sea with 2 cities going up against essentially Byzantium I guess I was gonna say one, but I guess they can come through, so it's still pretty tough. But you know, having 2 naval bases there is not bad, and I guess you could fight them on this side as well from Ankara. So yeah, they've given themselves a good chance there. And Russia now grabs the pyramids a few turns after the Parthenon, which will give them extra builders, and I think they build the tile improvements a bit quicker, which is useful. The Huns go after Korea. Yeah, that doesn't really matter too much. Mongolia has settled a 4th city as well. And the Zulu have declared war on Burundi, which is always coming, and I imagine... Oh, and the Congo have also put in another city down here, as of the Zulu. As of Ethiopia, up this way. So, yeah, the Zulu should, I imagine, take this one without too much challenge, although Burundi's got an army to that northern border. But, yeah, I think the Zulu should grab that city relatively easy, but then they may face a bit more of a challenge, as Siam goes after Korea as well. This is it, Korea, the 2nd episode curse, as Mongolia pieces out with China, which is great news for China, and also means Mongolia off to a slower start. There is European civs with more cities than them, which is not so good. It means, well, it's good. It's not. I don't want to be biased, but you know, Mongolia and the Zulu, they win a lot, particularly in these games. The Iroquois win way too much. So, but we don't have any North Americans, so then it sort of falls on Mongolia and Zulu as like the civs that always do well. So we've got them out. Assyria, another one, noticeably absent. You know, it's nice to get some variety, as China gets a peace deal with the Huns, and oh my goodness, they gave away Shanghai. You couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up. If anyone, I think, can you clip stuff from videos? Does it have to be streams? I can't remember. I'm going to try and clip that or short that. Should we just make a short out of every terrible peace deal that happens this entire game? It's supposed to get me loads of views according to the emails that I'm getting spammed with by Google every day. So maybe I should make some shorts of terrible peace deals, and this would be right in there. Rome completes the Colossus, which is going to give them an extra, like, free cargo ship. I don't think they have, don't see any cargo ships yet, but a free one, so that will help them economically. They also seem to have a pretty strong military here. Anything else? Portugal, there's another settler. That might be a new one. Huns versus Poland. Not quite bordering each other. Actually, no, yeah, this city, Łódź, could fall here. And Japan versus Korea. Okay, we'll see. It's starting to see a bit of a ganging up on Korea, but Korea kind of strategically, I think they're pretty safe for now. I don't think anyone particularly threatens them. China definitely doesn't. Japan could be a bit annoying. I mean, that's probably just because that's the only country they maybe can send cargo ships to, although they have one with China. I think a city just fell, and oh my goodness, Rome, how did you do that? Was that in the, oh, that was in the peace deal. That's not as bad because it's nearby, and I think on paper, look, I don't want to spoil it, please don't crash, thank you. Rome, yeah, Rome is the biggest military in the world. Germany's down in 11th. That's kind of more reasonable. It's very gross for the borders, but that's not as bad as what China did. Like, the Huns were not coming over there. Nubia enhanced their religion. France and Portugal also peaced out, and nothing changed hands in that one. England grab a city in Scotland as well. And Poland v Persia. Yeah, I mean, these cities are looking pretty tempting, I guess. They're just sort of out there and exposed. I don't think it's the end of the world to Poland to lose these. I mean, ideally they can keep some of them and, you know, beat Russia eventually would be nice. That's like the big plan. But if they lose these in the short term, it's not great, but I don't think it's a game ender. If, again, they obviously have to do well at some point, but it's not an emergency. Ottomans in Egypt and Babylon peace out, so Ankara will stay with the Ottomans. They also have another settler up. I don't really know where it could go. I mean, we know the dream location. I'm just saying, the chances of it happening are very slim, especially now I've mentioned it. But here would be great. But, you know, there's also this island, Mount Sinai is there as well, actually, with 8th Faith. And there's also this space here, so anything could really happen. Wallachia v Mongolia, that is not so big in the wars. Persia, maybe this is their time to make a move. They have the Immortals, so probably should get up there towards Poland, but I think they've left that too late. Wallachia peaced out with Rome and also gave up a city. So Rome, I picked the wrong one, didn't I? Picking Korea. Rome making huge progress in Europe early on. Dang, okay, that's not good. And Finland goes after Mongolia now, and Russia declares war on Poland. I was giving it all to Poland, saying they should beat Russia, but Russia could actually, yeah, could still beat Poland. I probably shouldn't have counted them out so much, but we'll see how this goes. We probably need someone big in Europe. I think Portugal and maybe France at a minimum should be. They still have enough room and size and the new world factor to maybe give them a bit of a chance against Rome. So it's not a disaster, but Rome looking very, very good through this first 78 turns, which is fun. That is quite exciting. Germany. Oh no, I thought they'd settled, but their borders just got cut off. Never mind. Yeah, some brutal fighting here. Poland so far so good against the Huns here as well. China has snuck in another city, which if anything just kind of helps Korea. It's kind of awkward now. I mean, yeah, Korea, they're pretty much safe from Mongolia until Mongolia takes out China. The Huns I don't have to worry about. And Siam again, this just, I mean, it takes away 2 of the tiles they would have come through. So definitely a useful one for Korea. The problem for Korea is their best option to grow is to attack China, but I think China's like their only friend. So it would be a pretty big betrayal. India declares war on Mongolia as well, so that might slow Mongolia down a little bit, being threatened by all these civs. Or we'll see some terrible peace deals where Mongolia gets a ton of territory. The Zulu did take this city. I think that was the one that I missed, and it happened. That's happened, and it may even take this coastal one off Burundi, which comes potentially with Mount Kilimanjaro, but not Lake Victoria, because that's up there. And Chichen Itza is completed by the Harappa, who now have, I'd say, 2/3 of the sort of India territory. And Germany v France, that would, well, it still kind of matters in this gross mixture of borders between England, France, Rome and Germany. That is so bad. That is, oh my goodness, that is border gore. We don't want that. We'll see how this pans out. Oh, Portugal settled in Cornwall as well, just to annoy the English a little bit more. Still no one crossing the deep ocean. Oh, no. I thought England was there, but no. That's fine. Wasn't expecting anyone to be. I'm just saying Russia and Poland do peace out, but yeah, that's a bit of a worry. I mean, I guess the longer Poland can hold all 6 of these cities, I didn't realize, yeah, they have 6. The longer they hold all 6, the stronger they will get, of course. But yeah, that was a bit of a threat. Russia definitely slowing them down there, as the Zulu do take another city off of Burundi in the south. And if someone could challenge Rome, maybe it's these guys. Maybe it's them. But yeah, off to a good start. But of course the Congo aren't looking too bad with their 4 cities. This one's maybe a bit exposed, but with the mountain, you never know. If the problem with the AI, they don't play the same. Humans can, we maybe, I'm not a good player, so I'm not going to weigh in for everyone here, but you know, if I was playing as the Congo right now, obviously you're trying to expand, pick off some easy cities where you can, but more obviously you would be kind of, you know, the whole thing is, how can we beat the Zulu? You just gear yourself up to like defend really well and beat them. Like that would probably be the strategy here. I think the AIs here are a bit more generic. I think the Zulu, yeah, I think Congo wouldn't like just put all their units on this border and be ready. I'm sure when it happens, they won't be quite ready. Like, it's just, sadly, it's like that. Whereas as a human, you can kind of set up and just commit to that strategy of, well, I'm going to wait here and I'm going to do a good job at defending. Ethiopia, 4 cities. This one is going to be very difficult to take, so that's interesting enough. And I mean, this one's not exactly easy either. Did the Ottomans? No, they didn't really move the settler. I wasn't sure if they'd given us our dream city, but not yet. I mean, Egypt could do it as well. I think the tile distance, right? This is kind of 2 sideways in a zigzag. That's not useful, but based on that, this is definitely settleable. There's nothing that close. I mean, there's 2 not zigzagged here. I mean, but if Thebes was here, based on that, you could settle here. So I think, yeah, this is fine. Like, based on the same thing, that's like this tile. So this one's absolutely fine. So if you could do it, AIs, it would be awesome. There's bonus points in the info edits for settling canals. I don't know why they're just pretty cool, because I think it does change the game a little bit. And it's out of our control, but it does make things, you know, to cut off. I mean, here it's probably not super important, right? But Congo, okay, they just pulled the Uno reverse on my strategy discussion. We'll get to that in a second. I'll finish what I was saying first instead of going on a tangent. you know, if they settle here, I mean, it opens up a whole lot of things for, say, let's say Arabia does it, you know, to get into the Mediterranean. That's pretty cool. It changes the game. Your boats couldn't do that if not, particularly in the later eras as well. And obviously the same, you know, Panama Canal, just having that shorter, not having to go the whole way around. It's so useful. I don't know where else. I mean, it applies kind of up here, technically, not really, but, you know, Germany's obviously got control anyway. But, you know, it is pretty cool when we see it happen. But yeah, it's completely out of my control, and it probably won't happen, so we probably won't see anything going through here. But there we go, Congo, out of nowhere. Where was this? They have gone after the Zulu. Again, I want to just check the numbers here. I know we normally look through it in a group. Okay, they're 4th and 5th in the world, evenly matched. Tech-wise, Congo are 7th, Zulu are 17th. There's only 2, though, between them. It's not particularly spread out. But well, we'll see how this goes. Congo, I guess the Zulu have just taken some losses. But yeah, that was definitely not what I was expecting from them. France and Germany piecing out. And of course, nothing really happening with Rome now being completely in the way. The Huns do grab a 4.5 city. They, of course, do have a 4th all the way over towards Korea. But we won't count that one. I'm hoping Finland, yes, there we go, Finland. Hopefully they go get Sweden and Norway, because they've got off to a rough start. But with that said, they have big cities, so that could definitely play a part in things here. And they just denounced the Huns. Not sure how useful that'll be. Alright, what's next? I'm going to hit next turn, then we're going to see how the Congo are getting on. They have 2 cities in the yellow. Oh my goodness, okay. Also, Germany and Rome v Poland. I mean, Rome can't really get to them, but we'll see what Germany do by themselves. And the Congo do take that former Burundi city off the Zulu. Wow. Okay. Right, Germany, they're not really ready for this. This could swing Poland's way. If it doesn't, that could be bad. I mean, Poland getting Berlin would be really interesting at this stage in the game. But yeah, I've given up on Germany. They're just not going to have a good game, are they? No matter how hard. Whoever I get rid of, if I get rid of France, Poland, and Rome, and just give them like Spain as their only enemy, maybe then they can do something. Siam and Korea piecing out, and yeah, that was not leading to much. Korea, I think, has got a really good position here, early on at least in East Asia. I don't know, England. If I was England, obviously again, there's not necessarily the options to do this, but if you could get Rome to team up with you against France, or even Portugal, that could be really interesting, because I think France is not looking all too good, particularly relative to some of these other neighbours. Zulu do get Madagascar, and they are clinging on after losing 1 city, but I mean, if the Congo keep going, they certainly have the numbers to take Bulawayo there. Huns and Korea peace out. I just had to check the mini-map. The Huns do take that other city off of Poland. The Ottomans are at it again. Well, not at it again. The rest of the world... Oh, they did it! No way! Yes, I think this counts. This is just an overstretch of land. This is coastal on both sides. They actually did it. Should I just go cancel all these war declarations as a thank you for settling there? Well, Russia and Rome, I'm not too concerned for them. I mean, Russia, they'll have to defend a few tiles. They should be able to do that. If they can't, that's on them. Nubia v Ottomans, yeah, that's probably fine. I mean, you can bombard these units pretty easily in the water. Korea and Rome pieced out, and then Persia again, yeah, not really a threat. So the Ottomans, I mean, this is great if they can now hold this again and keep improving. I love that. There we go. And even if they die, this city is now on the table. It can't be raised. It's there. England listened to what I said and just invaded France, but they didn't get any help. They went by themselves. Congo pieced out, but they have probably put a damper on the Zulu party. Up to 5 cities, which, yeah, the Zulu, that was a rude awakening. They were not expecting that. Right, I'm going to quickly look at religion, because I said I would. And we haven't done that yet. China did just put down another city as well, for anyone who's curious. And I don't think they've settled, but Europa looking very chunky on the mini-map. Lots of land tiles. But there we go. We will have a little look. Mali and Songhai haven't had much attention. Mali looked pretty big here with 4. Morocco's been quiet. But there you go. Let's have a little look then at the beliefs. Sorry if I kind of messed this up. Again, it's been a while since I've done this. Who's got what? Wallachia is dominant. Holy moly. Should we just look at them? Wow. We'll look at them, and then it's the end of the episode after that, so if you want me to go into a specific civ of any of these, just drop a comment, and I'll do that at the start of the next one. Probably. The one after, if not, because I might have to record in advance. But yeah. There you go. Oh god. Which one was Wallachia? Catholicism. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty dominant. That's like 3 times the second best one already. So that's pretty good. And Wallachia is not even doing that well, so that's interesting. But yeah, right. Catholicism. Where are we? Right at the bottom. Of course we are. Okay, so shrines and temples give extra food in their cities. They do have an increase in city combat strength. That doesn't really help you when you give those cities away for free in peace deals. Faith to purchase mosques, which is faith culture. Maybe something else. Sorry. It doesn't scroll across if I click on it or anything. 2 faith for each foreign city following the religion. So they're just going to be... Yeah, that's probably spamming. It's a little bit spammy, I guess. Because having that and then not having many of their own cities. They only have 2. So if we assume those 2 are both following it, that means they've got 15 foreign cities, which is 30 faith per turn. That's going to be a lot of missionaries, a lot of things. And missionaries cost 30% less. That's 2 pretty nice stacked bonuses there to, just spam out religious units, I guess. That's probably helping them. I'm not an expert, but that seems like that would play into their hands quite nicely. You can see a missionary here, another one there, another 2 there, another one there. Yeah, they're very cheap and they get lots of faith. Fair enough. That's that explained. But there we go. That will be it for episode 2. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. The world is beginning to take shape. I think next episode we'll probably take a look at the info addicts at the end. But as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.